So one thing I noticed that's probably pretty commonly overlooked at the beginning of your gameplay is there's actually deployment costs for everything that you equip when you go out on a mission. So depending on if you're on a budget or what the mission entails, if it's just something really quick or if you're going to be there for a while, you might want to plan your loadouts accordingly. You can change your loadouts by typing the L1 and R1 or RB and LB and change those up. So I like to have one that's very cheap, and I guess very cheap for me, you'll see in the bottom left corner is 14,000 GMP with kind of bare minimum stuff. And then this one's what I usually go out with. It's up to 28,000. Plus, you'll see if you push right trigger, other things that it costs. It actually is spending 8 of the purple flower, as well as some other resources, 70 fuel and whatnot. So keep that in mind when you're deploying. You might not necessarily want to have a bunch of stuff. I ended up taking off my sleep grenades because if you look here, the sleep grenades require 8 African peach and 1 of the yellow flower. Now, when I unlocked sleep grenades, I didn't have very much African peach, and I have enough now that I could probably get away with it. Yeah, I've got 475, but still, 8 African peach on every single mission can add up, especially if you don't use the sleeping grenades every time. So keep in mind when you're deploying that you look at what it's actually costing you. And same goes with your helicopter.
Clouds approaching.
I didn't realize that my helicopter cost a lot. Now, when you go to customize and you go to your helicopter, I actually downgraded my helicopter. Now, this right here is my rank 4 Blackfoot. Now, when I do that, it puts my helicopter's cost up to 35,000 every time I call it. So if I call for an extraction, it costs 35,000 the way this is right now. Now, the only thing really beneficial to having this upgraded chassis is that it shows up faster. Now, if I go with this one here, it only costs 11,000. The slowest one is 6,000. So, a lot of the times, I'm actually there long after I call my chopper. The chopper's waiting for me. So I ended up downgrading my chopper back to 11,000. I didn't want to be spending 35,000 every time I called it. So keep that in mind. All your weapons also cause the price to go up. These aren't too much. The rockets only add 1,000, so I left the rockets on there. And the flares, they added not too much. They only add 1,200 for the first set of flares and 2,200 for the third set, as well as armor. It adds a decent amount as well, but yeah, something to keep in mind when you're deploying with your chopper. I didn't realize I was spending so much money every time I called it. And yep, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped you and you didn't realize that you were spending that much, because I know it slipped past me and someone in chat let me know about it. So thank you guys, and good night.